I've noticed that recently there's a few articles being put out stating that in the UK there's a machete attack every 90 minutes, which I don't know how true or untrue that is, but there are several sources claiming that there's a machete attack every 90 minutes. There's probably one going on right now, actually, in London. So, what could we do to solve this? Are we going to ban machetes now? Because knives and blade tools and anything bladed recently has has came under attack from the government. They're further restricting blades, knives, axes, machetes, whatever. They're putting more and more restrictions. Keeping in mind in the UK, we've already got some of the toughest knife laws in the world. So I don't know how much stricter it's going to get before we're not allowed anything. I have here two machetes as an example and as a visual, and I've got a tape measure here. Now, what is a machete for? What is a machete? A machete is just a long knife for chopping. We have a mini machete here, and we have a full-size Latina machete. A machete is is a gardening tool. It's a farming tool. It's made for cutting shrubs, small bushes, cutting the limbs off trees. I suppose a billhook is also another type of machete. They have the same job effectively, but I don't actually have a billhook. And there's other similar tools, just long blades. Machetes are usually lighter and thinner, whereas billhooks are usually thicker and heavier, not too far away from an axe. These are for swinging, obviously, but what they're not for is hacking people to death, although you can obviously use it for that, and they have been used in that way for a very long time. Now, the reason I'm making this video is the chances are they're going to try and further restrict machetes now, which is kind of silly because a machete is used on every single farm, on every single estate, all over the country, all over the UK, Scotland, England, Wales, it's used everywhere. There's machetes on every estate because they need them. Machetes are also used by gardeners, foresters, woodsmen, that sort of thing. And of course, some people just like knives, like myself. I collect knives. I enjoy knives for multiple different reasons, but that's irrelevant at the moment. And for the most part, I don't use my knives, but occasionally I do. So, chances are the government are going to restrict machetes, and that's going to cause me problems on doing what I'm doing. I don't use mine for anything bad. I have volunteered on estates to help with the work that they do, clearing rhododendrons and brambles. That's how I know this. And I'm considering going back, and if I do go back, I will be taking my own machete because their tools are usually crap and they don't really maintain them, they don't keep them sharp. Then again, that's probably stop idiots from, idiots who don't know what they're doing from hurting themselves. But we're gonna ban machetes now, keeping in mind what I did just say. Just for comparison, this is a regular kitchen knife, so yeah, it's quite a bit bigger. The machete is quite a bit bigger, but it's because it has to be. It's supposed to be. And here's it in comparison to the smaller machete. So this is still. Some people use machetes like this for fishing. That's another. This is actually marketed as a fish slaughter knife. The specific name is the Mora Mini Machete, but they also market it as a fish slaughter knife, so you can use it for hunting, fishing. You can even use this in the kitchen. It's not too different from a kitchen knife. Personally, I prefer this as a kitchen knife opposed to this. This is just a cheap piece of shit made in China. This is made of. This is made in Sweden using Swedish steel, so it's obviously higher quality. And with it being a Scandi grind, it's easier to sharpen. But if they're going to ban machetes, are they also going to ban hand axes and bill hooks? Because there's not that much of a difference. I mean, I reckon you do so much more damage to a person if you struck them with this opposed to a machete. I mean, an axe has a lot more mass behind it. You'll swing this. I don't know what you'd swing faster, honestly, but on the point of impact, the force is focused on this cutting head here, opposed to the entirety of this blade. Now, this isn't to make it easier for criminals to kill people. This is just a fact, and it's one of those things you have to consider when you're working with these tools as well. But to try to regulate these any further than they already are, I think is very silly, and I honestly think they're going to do it, and honestly, they can get the fuck. Thanks for watching.